Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, we had some NASCAR news yesterday and today. We found out late yesterday that Ty Gibbs would be moving up to the Cup Series, and instead of the 18, he'll be in the 54, which I am all for. I was really hoping when it was first talked about Ty Gibbs moving up that he would be in the 54 and not go to the 18. I think the 18, yes, it has Gibbs family ties. I just think the kid needs his own kind of number, his own career, because I mean, no matter what you do, you go into that 18, people are going to compare you to Dale Jarrett, Bobby Labonte, Kyle Busch. They're going to say, well, this driver took over this car at this time in his career. Why aren't you the same way as he is, and all that? The cool thing about the 54 is there's not a lot of history with it. And I say that because it started in 1950 through 2020. The number's 54 in the Cup Series only ran 465 races, 3 wins, 67 top 5s, 166 top 10s. Jimmy Pardue had 178 starts with 2 wins. Lenny Pond, 141 starts and a win. Todd Bodine, 35 starts. Other than that, there's been 39 people that drove the 54, including Ralph Earnhardt. Donnie Allison drove it for a race. We see other Hall of Famers are in here. Robert Presley drove it for 3 races. Eddie Bishwell drove it. So it's been around, but it's not been overused. So there's not a lot of history. So I don't see anyone comparing Ty to any of those drivers. In 4.5, 5 years, he'll be the most starts in the car 54, the most wins. So I think it's going to be perfect for him to get a start and moving up. Now, if you look at what he's done in the Cup Series this year, and you try to estimate that out over a full season, which I've done. I'm kind of a, numbers nerd like that, I guess you would say. He would be top 20 in points. And so, I mean, racing somebody else's car in 2311 equipment, is that going to be the same as racing in his car in the 54 in the Cup Series? We'll see. I just hope everyone gives this kid a break. This kid went out there and, he did some bonehead things over his ARCA career and his Xfinity career, taking people out and doing this, that, and the other. He said some stupid stuff. But you know what kid doesn't? I think winning the Xfinity championship this year, and hours later losing his dad, his biggest supporter, the guy that's been his number one fan, I think that's going to humble him. I think if you look at the way he raced at Phoenix, if you look what he said leading up to Phoenix, he seemed, I think his dad took a bite out of him, to be honest with you. The way he was apologetic, just kind of, you could see just on the interviews and stuff, he realized, hey, I've screwed up and stuff. So he raced hard, clean at Phoenix, won the championship, lost his dad. Now he's getting this Cup ride. I look for big things from him in the future. I think next year maybe makes the playoffs. I think it's going to take a win to make the playoffs, so we'll see. But definitely top 20. The other big news today, we found this morning, Ryan Preece will replace Cole Custer in the 41 Stewart-Haas car. That's been rumored for a while now. We know Tony Stewart wanted Ryan Preece on it. Gene Haas wanted to leave Cole Custer for another year. I guess they compromised. So Ryan Preece will take over the 41 Cup car. Cole Custer will go back to the Xfinity car in his 00. Yes, Cole Custer struggled as a Cup driver, but I think overall Stewart-Haas struggled. I don't think it all falls on Cole Custer, to be honest with you. Here's why. In the last 3 seasons, 108 races, Cole Custer, 1 win, 2 top 5s, 12 top 10, 1 pole. The 14 car with Clint Boyer for 1 year and Chase Briscoe for 2 years, 1 win, 15 top 5s, 25 top 10s. Eric Almirola, same period of time. 1 win, 10 top 5, 30 top 10, 2 pole. Kevin Harvick, 11 wins, 39 top 5s, 68 top 10s. So it's Kevin Harvick and everyone else. if you go back one more season, the last 4 years, it's 144 races. The 41, the 14, and the 10, each with a win. The 41, 6 top 5s. This is with Suarez and Cole Custer, 21 top 10s. The 10 with just Eric Almirola, 1 win, 13 top 5s, 42 top 10s. The 14 with Clint Boyer and Chase Briscoe, still 1 win, 22 top 5s, 43 top 10s, 3 poles. Kevin Harvick, 15 wins in that period of time, 54 top 5s, 94 top 10s. It's hard for me to believe that one Stewart-Haas car is that much better than everyone else. Something's not right there at Stewart-Haas Racing. If you look at Ryan Preece, his Cup career, 115 starts, 0 wins, 2 top 5s, 9 top 10s. I know he's got talent, I get that. When he was full-time in Cup, yes, he raced for JTG Doherty. In 2019, he finished 26th in points. His teammate was 23rd. In 2020, he was 29th in points. His teammate was 24th. Talking about the same equipment. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. In 2021, he was 27th in points. His teammate was 21st. So, I mean, the equipment wasn't horrible, but he was worse than what his teammate was. In 2016, he drove for JD Motorsports in Xfinity Series, his only full-time season in Xfinity. He finished 17th in points. His teammate at the time was Ross Chastain. Ross finished 16th in points. He has 2 wins in Xfinity, both of those with Joe Gibbs in 2017 and 2018, driving a Joe Gibbs Toyota. Yes, he did win twice in the last 2 years in the Truck Series, driving for David Gilliland Racing. But that equipment wasn't, that was more him, I would think, because the equipment wasn't good, because nobody else finished in the top, did well in the David Gilliland equipment. I think it's going to be top 20. I don't look for him winning races and making the playoffs. I just think Stewart-Haas is off. I think that's a lot to do with it. But alright, that is the silly season news and the driver change here going into 2023. We got Ryan Preece in the 41 Cup car. Cole Custer going back to the 00 in the Xfinity car, which I think Cole Custer will. We lost 3 of the best drivers in 2022 in Xfinity. AJ Allmendinger, Noah Gragson, Ty Gibbs, they all moved up. The Xfinity season is wide open. I think Cole Custer will step right back in and get back to where he was. Make sure you check out the driver profile of Cole Custer. As always, thanks for watching the Rubber Sports Show. Don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Rubber Sports Show, your YouTube leader, sports channel content.